This is the Galaxy A06. It's basically the A05, but slightly smaller, slightly lighter, comes out the box with Android 14, and has a fingerprint sensor. That's it. That's everything you need to know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you when you see me. That really could have been the end of the video, but let's talk about it. Okay, so to be fair, there are a few more little differences. Like the design, for example. Yes, the rear looks just like the A05, but you now notice that the frame, the size of the phone, is now flat. And on the right side, we get the new key island that we first saw on the A35 and A55. And then on that key island, we have the fingerprint sensor, finally. It took way too long, but at least they finally added it. Flipping the phone over, you notice that we still get the same U-shaped notch. I complained about it in the A05 review, and I'm going to complain about it again. There are cheaper phones with a hole punch cutout. I don't see why this doesn't come with one. Samsung, it's 2024. The display of the A06, for the most part, stayed the same. The only difference is that the 6 has very slightly less bezel. But yeah, other than that, it's the same. It's the same okay display quality, same okay 60Hz refresh rate, same okay resolution. It's just an okay display. For its processor, we get the Helio G85, which happens to be the same processor that we got on the A05. So no change there at all. The G85 isn't a bad processor. For this phone's price, this is actually okay. As long as you don't expect too much from it, you would be satisfied. Here in Nigeria, the only variant we get comes with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage, which is fine, but when you remember that there are cheaper phones that come with twice the amount of storage that this does, then it's not so fine. But hey, on the plus side, we still get an SD card slot, so you can get additional storage, up to 1 terabyte, which is impressive. For cameras, again, it's the same. We get the exact same cameras as we did on the A05. I took some photos with it, and yeah, just like the A05, sometimes it did really well, and some other times it didn't. I currently have the Infinix Hot 50i with me, which happens to be around the same price as this, so I ended up just taking pictures on both to see which was better. And to my surprise, and I'm sure you can see it too, the 50i actually took the better picture most of the time, especially the selfies. So yeah, the A06 has an okay camera, but definitely not the best in its price category. That's interesting. Okay, so the only thing left to talk about now is battery life. This one's pretty straightforward. It has a 5000 mAh battery, just like the A05, and yes, it would last you the entire day, and it supports 25 watts of wired charging, which I believe goes from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes. But you don't get that 25 watt charger in the box, or any charger at all. You only get a Type-C to Type-C cable. They first did this on the A05, and they're doing it here again. So if you really want that fast 25 watt charging speed, you need to spend extra and buy a Samsung 25 watt charger. Okay, so should you buy this phone? Well, if you're coming from the A05, I don't think you should. This is basically the A05 with a fingerprint sensor and 1 year of extra OS updates. That's it. What if you're coming from a much older phone and you want the best phone for under 150k? Do you buy this? Also no, there are actually phones that cost less and still come with more features than this. I mean, this doesn't come with a hole punch cutout or a 90Hz refresh rate. It comes with just 64 gigs of storage, while others start at 128. This doesn't come with a screen recorder. You have to go download a third-party app to screen record. And let's not even talk about the absence of a charging adapter, which literally every other brand at this price point gives you. There are lots of features missing here that you would find in other sub 150k budget phones. Okay, what if you just want a Samsung phone? Should you buy this? To that, I'll say yeah, you should. Because truly, the A06 is a good phone. There are a lot of people that would use this and have zero problems with it. And also, remember, with the A06, you'd be getting 2 years of major OS updates, the most on any budget phone. You'd also be getting Samsung Knox, very cheap screen repair here in Nigeria, and 24 months of warranty, which is again the most you would find on any budget phone. It definitely has a lot of things going for it too. So you just have to figure out which group you belong to. But yeah, that's it. Those are my thoughts on the Galaxy A06. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and for real this time, I'll see you when you see me.